welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day, because I'm having a fantastic day. I just want to say right away, thanks for the support. Any of you guys are showing the ones who've hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, wrote a comment, anything on my previous videos. Now we're going to be looking at the Serie A's best possible team. Now this is of course before the team of the season, which I'm sure a lot of these players will get upgrades. And I've also got it's a championship pack to open as well. Now I was going to leave it till the end, but no, actually no, I'm thinking now, because you guys have shown such support, and anyone who's watching this right now, because you've taken the time to do this, I'll do it first, okay, for you. It's just a basic one though, so give us anything useful. And if you don't, you've seen the team there, I will go into depth about the players and talk about it after this. But let's see who we get. Someone 83 plus, come on. Farfan, isn't it? Farfan? What's his name? It's F something. Farfan, I was right the first time. 80, not very particularly good. Not giving me the luck I have as last time when I was getting the PKs. I get the Casillas. Yeah, it's not too great. The main thing is, thanks for sticking around, and by all means drop a like and write in your comments of this video as well, anything you've got from those packs as well. I'll be very interested. Now, but first, let's look at the team now. The only card I would say is most definitely never going to get upgraded now until the end of the game, in terms of you will not get a better version, is this Cristiano Ronaldo. I'll go with him first. That is amazing. Probably one of the best cards in the game. It is one of the top 5 at least. You could argue the Modric, or the Messi, or the Pele. This is probably it, because he's Ronaldo, he has his own in-game body, he's on the cover of the game, which is, yeah, he is so good. Yeah, high-low, perfect, 6'2", high-low, perfect, 5-star. If you wanted to get this card, you need a pretty penny. Oh wow, you would need a lot of pretty pennies. Wow, he's about 7.1. And now I'm going to guess all these guys are used. Look, I don't think you would ever find a fresh one anymore. You couldn't get a fresh one. For those people who want fresh ones, you're not going to get one, I don't think. Oh, he's under 7k, so 7 million. 7k. 7 million. But let's start at the start. Now, when it came to goalies, you could really pick... This was the best option. There isn't a Nate. There's, what's his name? Handanovic. But then there's this card. It was a future 6'4", like it, 3-star. Him and Maradona, they're all playing together on that island of Weakfoot I talk about. He's got the height and he's got the speed. That's why I like this guy. And French, he's not the best nation for that league, but he's a good. If you need to link him to a Varane or link him to well, it's just a Varane really. If you have a Varane, it'll be very useful. Now, funny enough, this is the one team I've actually got some players that are the best in their positions. I believe. Now, right mid, it's Cancelo. Now, I have got his 84 Champions League card. And I'm just not wanting to pay the 220k to get this card, but it is excellent. Strength is a bit low, his vision's a bit low, and his balance is also on the low side because he's 6 foot, he's not the tallest, and he has a high medium. Don't like that. It means you'll be off in Narnia when you're holding back a 2-0 lead or whatever. 3-star weak foot is not the best either, but he's right footed, which I like on the right hand side. And heading accuracy, he's not going to win anything, but he's 6 foot, and he feels good in game. My Cancelo is very good, very quick, rapid. That's because his pace and his acceleration are so close. Well, they're bang on in this card at least, 92. Yet it gives it 93 pace. I don't know how that works, but anyway, the main thing is this is an excellent card. Now, Skriniar, SBC, but there's also the Headliners card version of this that's identical in terms of rating. I actually think this card's a little bit better in terms of where they've given the boosts. There's a slight difference. There is a slight difference in the Headliner one, even though they have the same rating and the same card. It's perfect. What you need to do is anchor. I put an anchor, but really, if I really wanted to, I could do a shadow. A shadow would work. Let's have a look. And then our man Chiellini. To be honest, when it comes to centre-backs in this area, it's hard to get someone like a Manolas. I've got Manolas's cards at the bottom, but those were SBCs back in the day. They've been and gone. You either picked that up or picked it up. And we'll go for it when we go into the reserves. But if you're really after the meta, the issue with this card is stamina, but his actual attributes, medium high, love. Left foot, I really like. To be honest, what I would actually do is I'll put them like that, because I want him with his left foot pointing inwards, and him and Skriniar with his right foot pointing inwards. Now, left back, there's only really one option in this one. It's going to have to be a version of Sandro. I was really impressed the other day when it was only worth 30k's base rate card, and I've been using that ever since the start of like Christmas. But this Inform, it's a Headliners one. It's fantastic. Well, I really need it. His head and accuracy is a bit low. His balance is also low. His vision is low. What would you put on this card? Shadow. You put a shadow on. And his attributes, high. At least it's high defensive. I'm not a fan of the high attack, man. I wish it was low high, but you know, left foot, perfect. You want your right back, which is in this case of this team, to have a right foot, and you want the left back, Alexandra in this case, to have a left foot, which is perfect. And then when you have your two centre mids having their stronger foot and pointing inwards, it's a sort of arrow and then pointing out. Like a W for a win. There you go. I'm talking. I just it's these formations. It's good. No, I think that's a pretty solid defence. I've got an interesting CDM because I just figured he's the highest rated CDM from the Serie A. But really, Koulibaly is meant to be a centre back. This is one of those kind of foot birthday ones where they change the position. Remember the Romelu Lukaku and Ibrahimovic, who were centre backs as well. They always just changed it about. But 6'2", high. I like that. Freestyle weak foot. He's on the free. Him and Maradona are off having a freestyle weak foot party with my goalkeeper as well. But yeah, the issue with this card is stamina. Apart from that, and his balance. And he's only 6'2". Yeah, balance is really low for a 6'2" person. What can you do? And his crossing's not great. And his passing, his short passing's immaculate at 99. But you want to boost. You need to boost that long pass. So you would do Catalyst. Because whatever stat you put on physical, if you were to put a physical on, I wouldn't touch stamina, funny enough, and nothing else needs to get touched. Look, 99 strength, 99 aggression. This card will do the job for you, just need to boost that. But you need to boost balance as well. So one that does passing and dribbling and, yeah, engine. Use engine, 100% engine. There you go. Now, right mid, I would love to have this card. This is one of my dreams. Even though he isn't, and I know for a fact, I've checked, I've seen this card a few times now. I've seen his versions anyway, like his cam version on that. He does have the Maradona problem where he's freestyle weak foot. But those stats, look at it. For a winger, strength's not the end of the world. You might want to boost it though. I would put a marksman on this because I would want to boost pace, shooting and physical. Because his actual passing is quite good. Even though his long pass isn't fantastic. But there you go. High, medium, I love it. Left foot I can live with because it's an outside. I don't like my strikers to be left footed. That's the issue I have with strikers when they're left footed. But freestyle weak foot is bad. But I'm using Callejon, and he's 3-star, and he's a lot worse stats than this, and he does play okay for me. And those dribbling stats are so high when he's the agility, his balance, and his reactions, and they're all in match with his pace. They're not so lower than his pace that it would affect that, or his dribbling's not higher than his pace. It's perfectly fine. That's absolutely fine. Now left mid is I'm watching the game just now. It is Juve versus Ajax. It's 1-1 right now. Cristiano Ronaldo scored and then a Dutch player scored. To be honest, I don't know who the Dutch player was for Ajax, but it was a good goal. So this card might be getting another upgrade, funny enough, if if Juventus go through to the semi-finals. But even this card by itself is the best left mid or left wing in the Serie A main thing. But I want to say right away, team of the season is coming. It's like Game of Thrones, winter's coming, team of the season is also coming. It may be, hopefully it won't be a year and a half, you don't have to wait. But anyway, it's perfectly fine. Yeah, this is the best card you can get at this moment in time. The only issue, he's also on the Maradona club, having the yacht there, 3-star weak foot, but he has 5-star skill moves, and he's also 5'8", and I'm using a version of this card right now, he's 86. It is good, he gets booed off the ball a lot because of his height, and he never wins headers, but that's nothing. Now, a main thing is, this is an SBC that's been and gone. That's why I've got some alternatives in the reserves and bench. But this card, for me, is fan-dabby-dozy. Look at that. He's 6 foot, he's tall, high medium, has perfect work rates, right-footed, that's ideal for me. 5-star weak foot. 3-star skill moves is a bit of a shame. But those stats, and I acknowledge the fact that his balance is bad too, and I must admit, you do feel it. He's got a weird body in game, and that's why I apply these stats. I've got this chem stat that does dribbling and what is it? It's in. No, I've got engine. I've engine on to deliberately to compensate that. And look at my stats with him: 115 games, 77 goals, and 96 assists. He's had those 2 cheeky yellows though, which I'm not proud of. But his stamina is amazing. His strength is relatively low, but if you're using him in a cam, you don't need strength. It's absolutely fine. Best to have it. It'd be nice to have it, but it's okay. This card has been an absolute trooper for me. Now, strikers, we've already touched Ronaldo. Fantastic. He's amazing. Now, a card that I would like to save up for, but really I'm probably going to wait until Team of the Season now because I want to get the strikers that come out of the Serie A for that, is Immobile. Immobile's probably going to get a Team of the Season, maybe. I can see already the issue is, and you guys, I keep saying it every time I do a review of a player, particularly attackers, his balance is low. And that's because, I take it he's 6'2", 6'1". I'm guessing with that balance, because if it's 60 to 70, I reckon 6'2" to 6'1". If it's anything lower than that, you'll be getting touching 6'3", 6'4". That's the way the scaling seems to work with this game. So if I look, 6'1". He's actually on the lower end of the height, for the higher end of the lowest balance. 4-star weak foot is perfect. High medium is okay. I would prefer a high low, but high medium you can make work as long as his defensive isn't high. As long as basically when it comes to attackers, as long as they've got the best work rate for the attacking stat, I'm not too bothered about them. Same with the defenders, as long as they get the best attacking rate for the defending stat, it's just with the wing backs you want low high all day. 3-star weak foot, he's also someone who doesn't have many skills to pay the bills, but he's got that weak foot which is perfect. Now instead of Chris Immobile, or is it Chris Chibolo Immobile? What's his name? Chibolo? Yes, Cyril. I don't really know. Does it mean Chris Immobile? Well, Chris, there's other options than Chris. You can have an Icardi. The difference is, the reason why I picked Immobile over him is, look at that. He beats him at every stat. Even though I do believe Immobile, Icardi is 4-star. No, he's not 4. He's 4-star, 3-star, exactly the same, and he's got worse work rates and he's smaller. But then again, look at the balance and agility. Look at it. Well, look at it now that I've changed back to it. The balance and agility are so much higher. They only just went 80, and I did slam Pawlowski the other day for it. Remember, Pawlowski was 6 foot. This guy's 5'11". There's issues with this card. Even though I would say his shooting's better. Stamina's a lower though. I'm not a fan. He likes his head and thing, but it's an option. But of course, instead of the Hamsik, if that ship sailed, you can get the Hamsik. You can get Perisic. Now Perisic is probably a better card. Well, yeah, I would say Perisic is a better card, except for Hamsik has that defending, which you do like to. I do like to have it. Kind of pins the opposition into the trio, so they're just having to deal with your strikers. And Hamsik is like a snake. He's tidying everyone up. He's amazing, trust me. But this card, there's an issue, and you'll be able to see it. 79 balance. That's because I'm pretty sure he's 6'1". Medium. Don't like that. 4-star weak foot is perfect, but then he's competing with Hamsik in this particular team, and Hamsik beats him in that because he has the same work rate, better height. He has the same. If he's 6 foot, so he's a bit smaller, but he has better work rates, and he has 5-star weak foot, which the weak foot is what I'm interested in. I'm not doing skills with my cam. I'm really just the cam's job is literally just transfer the ball to the strikers, who then do the skill moves and what have you. Now we can have Chris Immobile, El Mertens. The issue with him is 5'7". I've used Justin Kluivert, I've used Messi, who are all that height. It's not great, but then again, he has 4-star, high-low, which is, I have to admit, is perfect. That is absolutely fantastic. Fantastisch. But however, his card, there's no issues with this card, except strength. Look at his physicals, his strength is tiny. Then that's because he's 5'7", and they've kind of shafted him a little bit with that. But what can we do in terms of that? You don't want to boost that, and in his pace, it's the wrong way around. He has an 87 pace acceleration, but he's only got 88 sprint speed. So he's getting really quick to 88. But in order for you to max it out, you're going to have to put a chem style that wastes stats on the acceleration. I would still put on an engine for this. But anyway, now we've got Gomez as well. They're the exact same issue, but I think he's even smaller. 5'5", and I've used the Gomez. I've used the 86 footness card, the Christmassy one, the red with the snow on it. You know, sprinkled with the EA salt. That meme, what's the meme where it's like a guy doing the salt? Nobody meme that. High, medium. It's not as good as high-low. 4-star. He does play well, and he's a little nimble guy, and he'll have amazing balance, amazing agility, amazing reactions. Look at that, his dribbling's absolutely amazing, and it matches his pace. The issue they've done in there is, it's not as bad as Mertens, but his strength is so low, it's just really bad. But let me have a look. De Rossi was another SBC. I kind of wish I didn't myself, because it's so good. Now, really, probably, I always do that. Koulibaly gets beaten almost everything, and it's only slightly De Rossi lose out in pace. And for me, maybe De Rossi should go in there. I might make an executive decision. Should I make an executive decision? I should make it. I'm going to make an executive decision. Trust me, there's nobody there. I'm just insane. Drop a like if you appreciate how mental I am just to be sitting in a room talking about a team. Now, we're going to switch it. There you go, De Rossi. And because De Rossi's, I think he's got more. He's meant to be in that position. It's not one of those kind of freak cards they've just made for the banter. Now, let's have a look. Issue with this card, agility's low. That's the only problem I have with this card. And his pace is low. But it's the right way, it's the right split. Is it the right split? No, it's the wrong split, I think. I believe it's the wrong split. When you apply maybe I would put on probably not a catalyst because his passing's already fine. Anchor or Shadow. Those are your two options really if you want to get the best out of this card. 4-star weak foot, I love. Medium high, I love. 6 foot, I love. 2-star skill moves, I don't love, but it's okay because he's a CDM. He's not like a striker. Yeah, this card is fantastic. Yeah, I should have picked him over Koulibaly. I understand. I could feel you guys pain when you're watching this going, why have you not picked De Rossi? Well, I've picked De Rossi. The only thing is, Koulibaly you can buy. Don't know how much he is actually, funny enough. He's breaking 200, which is really good. But then again, De Rossi's you can't buy. And then Insigne, let's get right onto another striker option. The problem with Insigne, I don't know what they eat in Italy to make them so small. Might just be all the pasta, whatever you have, but they all seem tiny. And they don't see the job. It's fine with the game, obviously, because they play so amazing in real life. And that's why they have these cards. But in this game, being this small, medium high I like, 4-star, 4-star I like. But I don't know his in-game stats yet, but I can see he's got 93 dribbling. I'm going to bet my bottom dollar that his balance, reactions, and agility are crazy high just because of his height. Look at that. 96, 95, and they're better than even his pace stats, so they're going to balance out like absolutely everything. Issue with him is the same with Mertens. His strength is very low in his physical attributes, but that's, you have to do that. Now, this kind of card is a future stars. It's very interesting. It's a good see. It's another option. You can convert this card to be a CDM outside cam. It's one of those kind of Hullet-y ones. You can make it anywhere. Now, I do just need to just look at his player details, his player bio, to see what his work rates are, because that will determine where he worked best. Medium. He can go everywhere, but then again, he won't be amazing everywhere. He'll be better as outside mid. But 6'2", I love. And I didn't actually look at his balance. Let's have a look. He's a 6'2" player. How is his balance? It's good. He's knowing the reds. He's knowing the yellows, which I really appreciate. Which they could have done with a 6'2" player. But they haven't. So this card's good. You'd have to bump that, though. I would want to bump that, so engine for me, and I would play him as cam or as an outside midfielder. Yep, there you go. By all means, you put a shadow on him to do a CDM as well, though. That's absolutely fine. A striker, another striker. I do like this card. I really like this card, especially when you compare it to Immobile. It's a lot tighter than even the Icardi, who was the same rating as Immobile, has with him. Now let's look at why I like this card so much. I was tempted to get him back in the day. Look at that. His agility balance is absolutely fine. His pace is really good. You would just boost it with a chem style. His attacking, his shooting you don't really need to touch. That long pass is too high though. 43. That's just endgame, innit? I'm joking. 43 is pretty bad. But then again, he's a striker. You're not using the pass. You're not using the pass. But his physicals are really good too. So I think when you're looking at a striker, you need his pace, his shooting, his dribbling, and his physicals. Those are the primary ones. Really, what doesn't matter really are the defending, but you don't need to bother with the defending except for the heading accuracy, which he has 91, which I'm perfectly happy with. And his passing, but it'd be nice if you can top the passing up so that it gives a better vision. And we'll do that. We will absolutely do that. I would put on this a catalyst, funny enough. Bit mad, but I would. High medium, I love. 6 foot, I love. There's an issue though. And he's on an island with a certain Maradona with this issue. It's a 3-star weak foot. I do not like that. But however, I don't know what cost he is now. I checked him a couple of weeks ago when he first came out, and he was a bit too expensive for that 3-star weak foot for me. Let's have a look if he still is. 200 too expensive, 200 too expensive. I'll max 150 for me in terms of market value for me. Yeah, it's no breaking that, so it's not worth it. And there's so many up that I could just keep on going that he's obviously no selling. Now, this final card, just for a better right mid, because it's really the Cancelo show when you look at professional teams using Serie A and any best teams you can have. And I've got some two SBCs to go for here. These, I'll do them at the same time anyway. Savic and Manolas. If you were lucky enough, or if you decided to do these cards, by all means you can rotate the two centre-backs with this Manolas, because he's got the pace and he's got the physical. It's absolutely fine. And you should play him as striker. Those shooting stats are endgame. Trust me with that. I'm joking again. I don't want to say anything and not say I'm joking at the end of it, just in case someone goes and writes a comment saying, I can't believe you said Manolas was amazing shooting. Look at that. I reckon it probably because he's so bad it's good though. You never know. But anyway, those stats are perfect for like a centre. And I remember he's quite tall. 6'2", low high. And what was his balance? His balance is bad. They've done him dirty like that. To be honest, I'm quite glad I didn't do this card. I was going to do this card back in the day. He was quite expensive. He was a few teams, if I remember. About 85, 84s, if I remember off the top of my head. And yeah, this card's not even holding up to the cards nowadays anymore. I've got the Bobby Moores and all that who beat that. And then Savic as well, you would have done him as a weekly objective if you so wished. The issue with him is he's also 6'3". High medium isn't the best work rates. 4-star, 4-star, I love. Right foot, I love. Balance and agility and crossing aren't good. I think this is a card where you start him as right back, then as soon as you go in the game you change formation, and that gets him as a CDM. As him as a CDM, I love it. I love it. But you want to top that boost up. Now, a card I did have in my team for over 100 games. I just sold them when I was getting the Bobby Moore for about 100 odd 100 odd coin, 100,000 coins, then bought the Cancelo that I currently have for like 30, and then I had 70,000 to play with in order to get other players for the SBCs. It's this card, and he was fantastic for me. Look at that. Agility, balance, reactions, matching with the pace. Now, if I have the tip of my head, and even just from my logic that I've worked out with what they do with the dribbling, pace, and height, that sort of weird synotic relationship they have, in terms of if one's high, one's going to be low. Because it's about equal, this guy's going to be under 6 foot. 5'9", medium, I don't like. 3-star, I don't like. And I do remember using him, and you do notice that medium, and you do notice that 3-star. But he's perfectly good, and he has low strength. But we're scraping the barrel in terms of Seria A. They don't actually have particular amazing cards. They're nowhere near as good as look, it's a 191. A little spoiler, the La Liga was about a 194, the Prime was about 194, and the best of the rest was about 197. And there was only Ronaldo from Seria A, memory serves me right, from the Seria A. Now, Bonucci, I'm not a fan of him in real life with the current situation, what he was saying. However, his card, you can make an argument for it. It is relatively cheap. Let's have a look. Well, it was actually. It's went up a little bit. I could see you could get it about 70k about a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, he's about 90 now. He's went up a bit. Maybe he's not as worth it because he has that pace and he doesn't match any of these guys, really. But that's the team. And I'll show you in terms of, I'm going to say it, as I always do at every episode, it's right at the end this time. Do broads pack, you make loads of money. You do make absolutely loads. Now my coin total, I just want to let you know, it hasn't changed since the last video. It's 160,000, which I'm perfectly happy with. Waiting for team of the season. Let's have a look at my own squad though, just to show you one last thing. But hopefully you guys are enjoying, because I'm enjoying making these, and you guys are showing lots of love. I'm getting better in terms of making the thumbnails, making the title. I'm never about that clickbaity life, and I wouldn't do that to you guys anyway. I don't get why you would, because you get caught out for it. Let's have a look. That's my team. I like my Premier League team. Look at that. See? For a defender, yeah, his pace isn't there. But in terms of those dribbling stats, the dribbling actually is the only bad part where it's 67. Everyone else is immaculate. But that's, of course, because he's 5'10". But 5'10" isn't he too bad? He's getting there, and he does play alright in game. And that passing is immaculate. And even Baresi, who I would even compare, is very similar. He has low agility and balance, but that was because he was an icon that got released earlier, and he's not the prime version. And he's also, he's 5'9", he's even smaller. So Moore is really good. I'm really impressed with Moore. Now, of course, you get the Van Dijks of the world. He's 6'4", so they destroy his balance. And I really hope, I'm really looking forward to the Liverpool. It's just, of course, this is the Barcelona, Man United, Ajax, Juventus showdown going right now. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow night. It'll be the day on which you're watching this video. There'll be the Liverpool Porto, and it's going to be Man City versus Juventus. Now, hopefully, the teams that all won their first leg, if they all do that again in terms of just keep it the same and then go through, my Van Dijk will get an upgrade to 92, which I'm confident will happen, 100%, I'm pretty sure. Whereas I'm not so confident about Aurier getting an upgrade, but if he does, it'd be great. If he gets to 89, oh wow, I'll be very impressed. But the main thing is drop a like, drop a subscribe. Tell me what you guys got in an interest in those packs. I'll be greatly. Click the subscribe button. I think we're at 16 now. We're building a little community, man. I don't think, as I say, 16 people. I couldn't have asked for more of you. Did anything more from you guys? You're absolutely fine. And by all means, anyone who wrote a comment, I try my best to answer them. If there's anything I can't answer, maybe I could show in game. I would make a video of it. I'm just waiting to hear back from some few people. Main thing is, I really hope you have a good day, and there'll be more teams coming, especially when team of the season I'll be reviewing every different league and all that. I'll be giving my sort of opinion on it, and I'm trying to not just focus on the balance when it comes to the height, but that's what you have to do because it does play a massive part. But the main thing is, tell me what your opinion is. I'll be very interested to find out, and there'll be more content on Rocket League. I understand that a few of you guys that came through for that. Well, as soon as the Rocket Pass comes out, which for me is going to be tomorrow, I'll be reviewing that, and then we're going to be doing a Rocket League video, a FIFA video, a Rocket League. It's going to be great. As a certain president says, it's going to be wonderful. Oh, great. I'm not going to build a wall though. There you go. I'll see you guys.